Yeah. And these Dominators are everywhere. And back then, they weren't significant because there were so many of them. So many of them, people didn't care. But you look at it now and it's like, this is the only one currently going. And it's a very, very different world.
Yeah, it's like, I suppose in the future at some point people will realize that even those two SD classes that we say, people start to realize that those are quite useful. It takes a while for people.
Well, yeah, I think it's a video work discussion. Very, very much a video work thing, because until sort of you discussed it to me, I knew it was about, it was there, but not thought about it in its significance. And I think to say that an operation like that has had two buses saved out of their entire fleet, to say how many significant things have happened as well. Could collaborate on a video potentially on that. If you've got contact with the person down south, I wouldn't mind having a look at it. Is it on the road? Is it on the road?
No, it's been off the road for 10 years. But it's still a fresh engine in it. Yeah. The only is I only got to see the last because my friend is more than
Yeah.
So when
God, it's horrible.
to England for holiday, we asked him.
Oh, look at it over there. Huh? No, look at it over there. I know what my nana used to say. It looks like we're going to have a race, Storm.
I think we are.
That's not too low. Oh, don't be stupid, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're stupid to be serious.
I can fully understand. I think there's as you will know, living here long enough now, you know that there is a misconception, because when you see the photos of sort of Eastern Asian countries with their enthusiasts and you see hundreds and thousands of them showing up, I can fully understand why the area was probably like, people showing up. You know what I mean? I can fully sympathise with that.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. I mean, if I was in his shoes, I'd be the same way.
Yeah, I mean, I've been there with my boss. You don't want too many people. It's about understanding the limitations of it and going, I don't want that many people looking at us. Yeah, it'd be lovely to see. I think that could be definitely video where we could do with that over the top of it, chatting about that. You know, like Jeff Marshall.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, can you hear that again, the wind?
Let me know, because I'll be down for something like that. I'm interested in having a couple of weeks. I'll be down for that, because it's different bits of history. Because I think it's like, as you'll probably guess, I'm really clued up with South Yorkshire. That's my expertise area. South Yorkshire and a bit of West Yorkshire. But being involved in discussing that in relation to us in Singapore, there'll be some vast differences. There was some similarities. It'll be quite a really interesting discussion point. And I imagine you could do a video like that interviewing how it got lost, because I think that would be interesting how it got lost. A little once it's restored, a little private trip out in it, nice photos, not with a million people, it's like 3 years possible. Nice little private jolly out in that, get some photos, get some proper video of it done. And then I would imagine you've got the contacts to put photos together, and you'll be you'll have the photos yourself, or you'll have
I don't have, but I do know people
So
also, not that you mention it, there's a scenario blanket that's down in Bristol that was shipped over from Singapore, and I do want to make a video on that at some point. I'm just trying to work out who can
Bristol way.
Bristol Airport, they're using it for the air side. So I suppose in order to get to see it, we need
that's an email to Bristol Airport. I'm trying to think.
There's someone on Facebook who is posting like regular regular updates of our so I think he would be the...
That would be your first contact. I'm trying to think, have we had any buses come into Pres from Bristol Airport? Because if you've had some buses come into preservation from Bristol Airport, that's where you go. You go to whoever's bought them, whoever's got it. Can't, top of my head, I can't think. I want to say that there's at least like one or two I've come from the airport. Because obviously the airports have the older stuff.
Yeah.
So people tend to be more interested in buying stuff from them.
I think because that Sapporo has really interesting story because it's instead of being a 12-meter long bus, it's 12 meters. So therefore it can't be registered as a page. As a demonstrator of trial in which we accept the once the trial completed, they couldn't sell it in a coach because of that extra.
Because of the extra one? Yeah.
So they had to sell it overseas, and that's why it's.
I didn't think of that. To be fair, I've driven up to Tempo at the Eastern State Running Day, the lowest do. That was, I think, 12.1. You don't realise because obviously other countries where you've got to limit the registration of vehicles and stuff like that, you don't realise if a regulation applies. Just that 0.1 made it all that different.
You know, because of that.
So it's a rigid one then, isn't it? It's 4.1, it's a hybrid. It's a very unusual thing for an airport to have. As a rigid rather than an articulate.
They've got two Sitaras that were new to them. One is a 24 plate, I think it might be electric, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But the other one is the Singapore one, which is still retains the Singapore review. Which is why I want to quickly film it.
Oh my god, yeah, it's definitely.
It's so weird.
Well, if it's something you're interested in, it's possibly also worth an email to buy it off of. It's also worth an email to buy, because if it is that significant.
It's a demonstrative as the guy in Singapore for him, and during the trial, in the law that they had to exempt it from, is it they could only run on specific services. And
It's been vetted for them and to
and the date runs from either end to strictly. So you couldn't just drive it anywhere. You have to. This is the authorized route from this end. This is the authorized route from that end.
Wow.
You have to follow it exactly. That's what I heard.
Yeah, well, it wasn't surprised though. Wasn't surprised.
Because at the end of the day, it's presented as like a potential safety issue. So in order to avoid any. It's the same with the 3-door buses, because our 3-door buses are 12.8 meters and actually I'm not sure about that, but when we went in, there were very strict rules where
Proper freeze now.
I know.
I can feel it from in here.
there have been a few
Oh yeah.
It's going to be like outside.
because they've discovered that it's not authorized.
Oh god. Well, that's nearly bad as there was an era. I've hopefully seen the person next weekend for a talk for the Omnibus Society. There was a person who used to be in charge of First West Yorkshire, and I don't know when you moved over, but we used to have the branding like the Zest branding, the Cola Connect, stuff like that. Do you remember in Halifax they had the orange fronts, the green fronts, stuff like that? Yeah. Well, basically they made all of these brands and they branded them all up. And it was that strict, and this is why I'm looking forward to seeing him for this talk on next Saturday. It was that strict with how the branding was done, that if the bus went out on a different service, that bus would be radio called and told to drop all of its passengers off and turn around and go back to the depot, just because of the livery. So there was an instance of a friend of mine, she drove this bus on the 508, Halifax to Leeds. She got told by the allocator, yeah, your bus isn't here, can you take this one? The Zest Orange from 503 bus. She got as far as Stone Chair roundabout just before Shelf, and they radio called and said, hi Leanne, drop off all your passengers and bring the bus back to the bus station immediately. So they decided they would rather lost mileage than have an incorrectly branded bus on a different route.
That's quite extreme.
Very, very extreme. Because at that time the 5-way was every half an hour, so that meant that there was an hour gap in the route he had decided that the Brandon bus did not want to be in that Brandon route because he wanted to keep the brand that bespoke, wanted to keep them that strict with them, that he didn't want to ruin the brand. It didn't last that long though, because they then did do reviews, and they reviewed how much mileage was being lost, and then it went, we can't do this anymore. This we might have fucked up here a little bit. So they started appearing on 5 weights and 5 subsets.
Yeah, because the
occasionally.
tablet's getting
Then
a
became
bit
little
full.
bit more common, and then they got rid of the grams as you do. But to start off with, when I got told that, because at the time you just didn't see it. The branded bus never went on anything else, and it was like, how are Halifax doing it? And it was like, they're not doing it, they're just losing that many miles of service to keep it going. And it were really eye-opening. And then he's doing, I don't know if you are part of the Omnibus Society at all, well, do become a member if you haven't. We do tours and bits like that. We did quite a bit around. I've got a video, I've published a video on it for depot visits in North Manchester that you may have seen. We started off at Transport Museum, we then did Go North West, and then from Go North West, Queen's Road, we went to Diamond Eccles and had a look at them, and then from Diamond Eccles we went up to Diamond and Bolton, so we had a look at Diamond and Bolton. I got a private look around that because everybody else went for lunch and I was like, nah, I'll have a look around. While everybody else isn't there, I'll have a look around for you too. So had a look around there. Then went to Vision Bus, that was really good. And then finished at Stagecoach in Wigan and looked around, you know, all the old scrap and drawn stuff that they had in Stagecoach Wigan at the time. We saw all of that. They had a shell of an E400 that had been cut back from all the spare bits. So they had a shell of an E400. They had a tribe packed up, and then all of the old, just before they sold them, all of the old left-hand drive coaches from
Chapel on the Bridge.
all of them were packed up, all of the Paxtons, the Van Hulls, everything. It was really cool, and we went round on a heritage PD, Old Greater Manchester PD half car. So we went round in. We went round in the half car, we had a coach following us as well, so we went round in the half car and did all of these depots on that. Absolutely amazing. So I'd say the videos on the On Mall Central channel, if you get a chance, if you get a chance to have a look at it, it's about 4 to 5 minutes long, but I tried to include as many of the different buses as I could. There's none of the fire damage ones or the crash ones, because I was like, I don't want to upset Diamond Bus. But like the one, for example, of this Stagecoach E400 where it was just a shell, I've included that in, for example, and it was really cool, really cool to look around. Really well done.
Speaking of crash damage, do you remember in South Manchester there was I think early this year there was a E400 that took the roof off after hitting a tree.
Oh yes, yes.
That was sent to Chesterfield, and then I think less than a week later, we at the museum took the Metrobus up there to be refurbished.
Yes.
And that bus was there. And when I was trying to do my video of the Metrobus, right, they parked it next to the crash one. So I was like, I have to get the angle so you can't see it.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. To be fair though, in Chesterfield Depot, I don't know who you met when you were there, but we know the two managers who run it really well. They're both bus people. One of them, the one who's actually fully in charge now, he's not really into buses, but he has come out and all.
No, but don't worry, we're under shelter
On
there.
all of them, I think he's in May, who's the one that we know, Shane. He's convinced him to come out, so they've both joined us on all the bus jollies. It's been really fun, really fun. So no, they're lovely people. I mean, if you want to have a look around their depot and bits, it's just a case of messaging them. I'm part of the Geography Society, Transport Society this time, at University of Sheffield. I'm part of the Transport Society, and I've said to them, do you want to look around this depot? Because if you want to look around this depot, because we have the trains in the corner, we have the buses, we have the Oxford Electrics.
I was so confused when I saw the trains.
I was like, No one up here, Sarah. I think we're all good. We're enjoying the ride too much. But there's so much going on at that depot. I was like, this is going to be ideal for a transport society for me to show them. So they're like, even if I cannot convince them to go into driving a bus, they'll still be like, oh, there's a train there. And I was like, that'll do. So he said, yeah, go for it, we can. So I'm going to possibly, I'm going to open it up as well. So it'll be a case of I'll fill all the seats with the society first, and then whatever seats are left will be filled up with other people. And I'm hoping to do a trip as well to Manchester viewing platform, viewing park. That's one.
What, the airport?
Yeah, I've never been to it.
Really good.
Yeah.
You would love it.
I've never been, and I'm not too much on planes. However, if I can convince somebody else to come and drive with me, I will quite gladly drive the bus there. And if there's somewhere I can buy beer, I will quite happily sit on the viewing platform with beer watching planes. That sounds like a very much that. That's epic. That is epic.
Honestly one of the best, if not the best place I've ever gone to film when the sun is because you have to get the sunlight out there.
That's epic.
When are you thinking of doing this Chesterfield?
I don't know.
Society, they have to do certain risk assessment, so you might not be able to bring it.
Or we do it unofficially.
Yeah,
We've already done events unofficially.
I'm only saying that because I had to do a session last week on health and safety and doing all the plans to organise things for societies.
When I ran the Geography Society at Alum, I did so much dodgy
I
crap.
know, but
I did so much dodgy crap.
I'm forward to plan, so I mean.
I want to get more. This is the current state of the matter. I'm due to go down at some point again to get some more content for the museum, and it'll be nice if we can go at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I could just go and wander up there with you. I mean, if we pick if we pick a Saturday or a Sunday, and I can convince Shane, we can possibly we can remain into a ride out on one of the buses, because the two Madeira single deckers should be there by then. They're coming at the end of the month. I imagine you've heard about them, getting two single deck vehicles from Madeira, B58 and B10, I think. B58, B10.
Speaking of B58, in Ireland there was this museum that shut down or something.
Oh, that's the one that we don't really call? Is that the one that we don't call a museum because everything was overgrown?
Yeah.
Everything got scrapped. Everything got scrapped. Everything got scrapped.
Because there was a photo published by the media about a year ago, and it showed the SBS bus. So that bus was exported from Singapore to Ireland in, I think, the 90s, and it was run to
From what I understand, I do have people who went up there. From what I understand, the whole site's been cleared, I'm afraid. If you're on about the really big one, the really big site got cleared. There might still be the odd thing there, but I wouldn't hold your hopes.
you saved me a trip.
Yeah,
See there?
yeah.
B57
that got cleared. That site's been cleared, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's a shame.
So this is number 3.
There's another one that was supposedly preserved in Scotland.
Well, don't worry, it'll blow over soon. I think it's going to come to an end anytime soon. That's it. I can see a bit of brightness over there.
Scotland, it might still be in a yard somewhere.
Yeah, but that's miles away.
That's not that far away.
It reminded me all about Ireland. I'm excited to take my little drive of a bus and dodge. I'm hoping it lets me have a go at the Olympia and the so. It'll definitely let me go in the so. Definitely let me go in the so. Very excited. I think Florence is pretty hyped about it as well. I've spoken too much about it since.
That's the one. So interestingly,
Oh.
they retained the SBS livery, so this is how it looked like in
Oh, they just kept it and just adapted it, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh my
They
god.
just stuck their logo on it.
But that was the Bus of Rain colours.
Yes.
Is that red and white?
Yes.
So, that's the Bus of Rain colours.
Oh,
So did they inspire their livery off? Have a look at Bus of Rain. Seriously, same colours.
yeah.
Bit of food for thought.